What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to Ryan's Graveyard of SEMA Vehicles. It's been a while since we pulled some of the old SEMA trucks out of retirement. And well, today we are specifically focusing on this old girl. If you guys want, we can do a whole recap of all these vehicles. Maybe I'll do a separate video. Essentially, every vehicle in this driveway has been to SEMA. Or was one of my SEMA builds. But one of my favorites was my single cab OBS ranch truck turned SEMA vehicle. It was probably one of the more extensive paint jobs, bodywork, all of that we have had to do on a vehicle. And speaking of, this is all bed liner, not paint. And as dirty as this thing is right now, you wouldn't even know it. And we actually really need to wash this thing because she is filthy. Now, she has been sitting here on a battery tender, which says we're good to go. Hopefully that means we're good to go. Hopefully she wants to start. Oh, and then we also have Dedix Harley over here. This thing desperately needs a bath. She's been sitting up underneath these palm trees, and these things like to drop a lot of caca on these trucks. Now, we're going to be taking this thing on a little mini road trip today, and I'm a little bit nervous because this truck hasn't driven very far since we've built it. She is geared very low. It's a work truck. It's 4x4 single cab diesel work truck. Let's see if she starts though. She also has like a little leaky O-ring, I think, in the fuel bowl. That's what Zach was saying. So when it sits for a long time, it bleeds fuel pressure out. So you have to crank her for a little bit to get the fuel pressure back up. And I need to buy the little rebuild kit for the fuel bowl. That'll happen soon. But let's see if she starts before we really go any further, because there's no point in washing this thing if she ain't going to make it on this road trip. Actually wasn't that bad. I was just scrolling Instagram yesterday and I saw that there was an OBS truck meet happening and it got me excited. You guys know I love these old Fords. I'm a GM guy at heart. I know I own a lot of Fords, but I'm a GM guy at heart. And I used to always say I only liked old Fords. The OBSs, this is what like everybody had when I was a kid, and this was like the epitome of a cool truck. That's why I own two of them. And I know there is the No BS OBS show that happens every year. I think that's in like Oregon or Washington, or maybe it's even Northern California, but that is a mission to get one of these trucks or tow one of these trucks up. This one, not too far. We're about an hour or more away. I think the truck can handle it, but we're gonna find out. Now, I've been spoiled for the last however many years of using pressure washers, DI water, and all of that when washing my vehicles, but we're going old school today. We're going with the old bucket and some McGuire and no pressure washer. Oh, this hose sucks. There we go. Little pressure out of her. This thing is filthy. All right, the OBS is washed. Still need to dry it because, again, we're not using deionized water, so it will leave hard water spots all over it. But I'm gonna pull the F450 out first, if we can squeeze by without hitting my F250 with those big old hips. And we always gotta play a little bit of musical trucks around here, but today is not too bad. We'll go stage this one in the street, pull the OBS out, put the 250 Super Duty in the OBS's place, put the 450 back, then we can take off. Man, does that truck look good when she's cleaned up. The F450 needs a bath too. This thing's a wreck. But that's a project for a whole nother day. Let's get pulled in. I think this is the first time these two trucks have been next to each other, my Super Duty and my GMC. And let's give you guys a little height difference. I mean, they're not together, and this concrete ramps up here a little bit, but that's a 5.5-inch lifted Super Duty on 40s. That's a 12-inch lifted GMC on 40s. Do a little tire comparison right there. Boom, boom, boom. And if we're going for height here, it's really not that different. These Super Duty cabs are so freaking tall. Now again, since we're going back to the old school ways of washing without DI water, so we actually have to dry this thing, I like to hit it with a little waterless wash or some type of little spray wax or something like that while you're wiping away the water, and then that also helps eliminate any water spots. But I gotta say, this body liner paint, almost like it's got ceramic coating built in. It's very hydrophobic. The water doesn't really stick to it. It kind of just beads up like you can see right there. Makes it very nice. Now, y'all can judge me all you want because I like a more modern truck with creature comforts. And I know, I get it. I get it, Jim Bob. A truck is supposed to be a truck to haul things from point A to B. But you could also sit on the floor, and I bet you got a lazy boy in that there double wide ears. I like modern creature comforts, but there's something about getting back in an old truck like this that really helps you appreciate some of the newer things, but also appreciate the simpler times. You got the old Ball air conditioner right here in the wing window. Don't got that on newer trucks. Dual fuel tanks. I don't really like that. I think it's dumb. But whatever. It had its time. I've got the upgraded Kenwood radio, but there's no Bluetooth in this thing. It is a CD player. I probably should have grabbed some CDs. It's just they're bare bones trucks. The cup holders don't really quite work for modern beverages, so you got to use this nice little garage door that they give you there to kind of pinch them in place and hope that they don't fall. But hey, it's got air conditioning. That's creature comfort. It's a little unfinished in the inside. It is definitely 100% in OBS and needs the door panels repaired. But that's all coming in due time. This is probably the least finished truck that I brought to SEMA. Well, that's kind of why we blacked the windows out, so nobody was looking inside, hopefully, and seeing that, well, we hadn't really finished the interior. And she's a solid axle, single cab. She's a little bouncy, a little rough. But hey, that's what we love about old trucks. And I like having both. So I get the best of both worlds. The new modern luxury of a Platinum, old school XLT F250. Now we gotta hope she makes it. We've got, I had a quarter tank of fuel, but I guess the cool thing about the dual tanks is you can just hit the switch and be like, oh crap, I didn't realize I had a full tank on the other tank. So hopefully that makes it to where we're going. We don't have to stop. So I was sitting here driving and I was like, I think this thing might have had a CD. It came with a CD when I bought it. We've got the very best of Mudvayne. Wow, what a CD. I guess that's what we're listening to. I kind of like not having the Bluetooth because it's like this is what we have to listen to. We can't just scroll a billion songs on Spotify. We're listening to the very best of Mudvayne on this drive as we go about 65 miles an hour because that's about where this truck really likes to be with this low gear. All right, y'all. Gotta say the old OBS made it good. We got a lot of OBSs out here. I don't know when we're gonna be parking out here. Son of a biscuit. Kind of a lot of OBSs. So much for 9 o'clock. We're a little bit early, which apparently on OBS time is late, but ain't none of us going over 65 miles an hour. I think I finally found my people. Now where the hell are we gonna park? Yeah, we got a convoy pulling in. Where the heck we gonna park? All right, y'all, so apparently we have made it to the freaking mecca of OBS. I don't think I need to go to the No BS OBS show. We got a ton. We got the whole overflow parking lot over here full. We've also got a mix of some Super Duty 7.3s, crew cab short beds, extended cab. That's the one I don't own because I'm not an extended cab guy. I don't like extended cabs. All right, y'all, so technically the event is over here at the old Petrol Club, but they filled that lot up pretty dang quick. Look at this color. I kind of dig this. So we've got a mix here of some gasser F-150 pre-runners. We've got F-250 gassers. We've got diesels, obviously. There's a good mix around here. So I gotta say, one thing I love about OBS, guys, is it doesn't matter the condition of the truck. We love all of them, right? I mean, we've got like a perfectly restored old grandpa Paw truck over here, complete with the lighted door handle, grab handles there. This thing is freaking rad. And then you got some with a couple dents in them, a couple dings in them, and then you got some that are so dang rusted out that you're surprised it made it here. But all the trucks are freaking awesome. Look, this thing's pretty rad right here. Extended cab F-150. Did a little Rhino lining or Raptor liner. Maybe it's Line-X. It looks a little rough to be Line-X, but fresh paint job on this thing. This thing looks pretty sick. I like the little two-tone going on there. Well, y'all, if you guys are in the market, this one can be yours for 30 grand. He's got this thing listed for 102,000 miles, 2 owners. I was walking by Angel's truck over here, and obviously, you know, we'll talk about the beautiful other stuff we got on here, but the Mexico flag work for it decal, those are rare. They're coming back in stock though, Angel. They're coming back in stock. Give me a little walk around. What do we got here?
This is a 94 F-150, 4x4.
It is 4x4? Yeah. There you go. Okay. I see we got a little side exit exhaust. I like it in front of the wheel. Yeah. Are these the billet cam seats?
They're billet, yeah.
Dang, these are nice, bro.
They need some polishing. They need some love.
These cost more than the truck.
For sure. The tires cost more than the truck.
There you go. What do we got? What lights do we got up here?
Some Bajas.
There you go. Of course. We gotta have the Baja designs. It looks good, dude. It looks good. I like these little single cab F-150s, man. These things are nice. How long you had this one?
5 years, I think.
And we got, is it registered? We in Jalisco?
Nah, it's not registered in Jalisco.
Oh, shit, bro. I was gonna say, what do we got under the seat in this thing? All right, y'all. So we got Mark here. Mark, is this your first OBS?
Yeah.
And
it is.
I heard you just bought it?
Around January, late January.
Oh, how old are you?
18.
Damn. The addiction has started?
Yep.
Give us a walk around. This thing's pretty clean.
first truck. Awesome. It's got the 460 in it.
Okay.
It's pretty clean. It's mostly stock. I mean, I don't think it's got anything done to it besides headers.
Gotcha.
Full 3-inch exhaust system and everything.
Nice.
Pretty clean.
Is this the original paint?
Yeah. Original paint, colonial white.
There you go. Looks like the interior is clean. Can we check out the inside?
Yeah, the interior is super clean. It's one of the big pluses of it.
Oh, nice, Dad.
Yeah.
Whose center console is that?
The guy that had it before me built that. It's pretty cool, but I was thinking of swapping it with the 03 Expedition center console.
Oh, there you go. This is pretty rad, though.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Oh, it's got the safe built in and everything?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For the California compliant, whatever goes in there?
Yep.
Nice, dude. Got the shell and everything.
Yeah, paint matched it myself, everything.
There you go. Well, congrats on your first truck. How many miles are on it?
133.
Nice, dude. We're gonna keep this one around forever?
Yeah. No reason to ever get rid of it. It's
There
gonna
you go.
last forever.
I'm just gonna poach whatever we're about to do for this video.
I don't know.
Old 7.3. One of those.
Sounds like every other
Every other QE.
Sweet.
They're actually pretty decent now. Like, I apparently made not shit ones this time.
All right, sick,
There you
dude.
go.
Thank you, brother.
I
Appreciate
bought
it.
some of your stuff, so might as well.
Thank you.
No, you just have one. What size do you want? Extra large.
You gotta own an OBS though.
I got a full Bronco.
Good enough. Good enough. You're close. I'm not being picky.
Yeah.
The second I bought this all, I wrote it off. I'm like, all right.
There you go. Oh, we got a service bed over here for sale. Let's see. This could be yours for $14,500 right here.
Yeah, that's it.
How many miles are on her?
92,000 original miles.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Got a brand
Okay.
new trans.
Even better.
Even better.
What turbo's on it?
It's an ATS turbo kit. It's
Nice.
an 083. It's an IDI. It's super cool.
Oh, she's super clean.
Yeah. So it's like
How long have you had it?
a year and a half.
Okay. All right, y'all. This is giving like the whole ranch truck vibe that I had on my single cab before we doctored her up. Look at that. We just got the straight bolted on handle right there. We got the police light. That's a little throwback there. What do we got over here? Is that a piece of coral reef out of a fish tank on the antenna? That's a new one right there. That's a new one. Again, check out this service bed that they turned into a little camper. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen one out of a service bed, but I can see how you can put a bunch of cool stuff in there that you're actually using in the bed of the truck while you're camping. Check this out, y'all. I respect it, brother. The only Chevy here.
Yeah, I mean, what the f***?
Why not, dude?
Might as well. Pull right in front.
This thing's clean.
Ain't afraid.
All right, David. So obviously there's a few camper conversions here, but this one's been drawing a lot of attention for obvious reasons, dude. Can you give us a walk around of your truck?
Yeah, dude. I wanted something like of era, look old school, but still pop up and have my family camping and everything. And so the whole goal was just kind of like raw aluminum, kind of the like Alaskan camper, Airstream kind of type look.
Did you build the entire shell
I
too?
built the entire thing.
No way,
Everything
dude.
you see here is built by me. We're trying to produce them. So this is kind of it's the first prototype.
Okay.
So this system is just storage on the sides. I wanted to still load stuff like a normal truck.
Okay.
It has a power system, air compressor, fridge, Starlink. I have a kitchen here. This slides out, this locks out. And you have a camp kitchen.
Rad.
And then the biggest feature is getting a bed above everything. And so that's a little bigger than a queen size bed.
Oh, dude, that's huge up there.
And full tent all around, pops up. You can lift the whole bed up so you can walk around, hang out.
Oh, no way.
A little couch for my son that turns into a bed, but
What's the, what do we got for flooring down here? Is that
the
a...
floor, yeah, that's like boat decking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of people put carpet, but we go to the beach a lot and sand. I was like, there's no way you get sand out of carpet, so
Right.
we went with that. So
Super rad. And then you got the tie down system in
I
here.
got the L-Tracks, quick detach system. This is just to read all my charging and my power.
Gotcha.
But yeah, has solar, has everything.
Dude, this thing, so you said you want to start producing these?
Yeah, so this was just a prototype.
Okay.
Kind of proof of concept, trying to get it out of my head. Figuring out the mechanism to pop it up and like look normal when it's closed.
Yeah.
That was like the big goal. It just looks like a normal topper, but then it pops up.
No, super rad, dude. Definitely fits the look of these trucks, too.
Yeah. And so ideally we're making it for like 90s and older trucks. So all the way back to 60s, 50s trucks. Eventually the skin, we want to do some corrugated kind of
Okay, there you
stuff,
go.
But we'll have different options, and this is kind of the first run of it.
When do you anticipate you'll have these things?
Not sure. Hopefully this next year we can produce an actual model that is going to be the production model.
Is there an Instagram? Is there a account? Where can they follow
so
this?
we're the number 4 low toppers.
Okay.
And we just started it, so hopefully you guys can hit me up, give a follow, lots of questions. This is a long bed, but ideally we got short beds, all different runs.
I just love that you're getting the bed out of the way, because you start, I mean, you see, I mean, the service bed's cool because you can put all your stuff in the service bed, but once the bed's in the middle, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you're done.
And the biggest thing is, like, we don't want to make the bed all the time, so the bed can just live up there. You don't have to touch it, leave it there.
All right, y'all, we got to see if we can find the owner of this Powerstroke Bronco here. Right now, everybody's starting to pull out. I mean, there has to be a good, I don't even know, 60 or more OBSs here that have come and go. Now everybody's about to go on a cruise. Is this you? Dude, this thing's sick.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Is it an engine swap or body swap?
So it's body. Well, it's not even body swap. It's frame cut in a section. So in the back, the frame we chopped to 7.3, and then it's Bronco rear, and we welded it together.
Gotcha.
So pretty much everything you see forward is Powerstroke, and things in the rear like the leafs and some suspension is still Bronco.
So you got the best of all worlds there.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it makes like 400 horsepower, built transmission. You know, I built the track bars and did the Solo Motorsports kit.
Sick.
Bobby hooked it up. Shout out Solo Motorsports. And me and my brother both have the identical like Bronco. Like literally, my brother has a black one, same wheels, same tires.
No shit. Powerstroke swap too, or Powerstroke front end?
Same thing. Yeah. He's the one who made me kind of inspired to do it. I had a single cab truck that we cut down. It was a short bed Powerstroke.
Okay.
And so that was kind of the start of customizing it, and then we realized, dude, we could just do a Bronco.
Dude, I mean, it's unique.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty guys, well, they're going on a cruise right now, but the cruise is heading up further north, and I don't really want to head north to have to head all the way back south. So we're just gonna take off and go find some food. Let's see. She fires up great when she has fuel pressure, and she's just been running. I bet she loved that hour drive, honestly. Alrighty, y'all. Well, we ended up grabbing some lunch and making it back successfully, and I decided, you know, I used to take a lot of pictures of all of my trucks. I used to take them out to spots like this, cool little spots, little backdrops like so, and take a lot of pictures and post them on Instagram and all my social medias. And I feel like I've just been so busy and kind of fallen off on all of that. We need to start doing that again. Look how good these two freaking trucks look together. A little bit old school, a little bit of new school. Which one's your guys' favorite? Let me know down in the comments. I do need to get rid of that windshield decal. It's kind of killing the look for me there, but I should have peeled that off before we left today, but we were very, very much cutting it close on time. But man, do I love these #1 old Fords. Unfortunately, for a lot of you guys, I've fallen in love with the new Fords. I will never change the name though. It'll be Dmaxryno forever. I was contemplating towing this today with that truck, kind of because again, that was the longest I've ever taken this on. So this was on the road for a couple hours today, and she did great. Minus finding out that we need to recharge the AC, but hey, with those wing windows, we stayed pretty cool, and luckily it's a little bit overcast today, so we didn't get too beaten down by the sun inside of here. And I went pretty dark on this window tint because again, I didn't want anybody knowing that we didn't quite finish the interior for SEMA. But these things look rad together. I think it might be time that we host ourselves another truck meet. It just seems like they've kind of died off. The whole scene kind of died off, and seeing this many OBS trucks come in one place today, that was probably the kick in the pants that I needed to know that there are still a lot of us truck guys out there that would love to come together. So also let me know down in the comments if you guys would be interested in us hosting a truck meet. I don't think anything too crazy, I don't think anything too official and serious, but just to get together with a bunch of truck guys and or gals and show off what we got. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that we can not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.